Thank you for staying tuned. We were here. Please introduce yourself. Of course, all the way from the other part of the country, and now here on the Lookup base. How's the feeling this morning?
Oh, it's great. Yeah.
All right. Amazing, amazing. Of course, now please introduce yourself.
Okay, thank you. I'm Musa Ondu. Yeah, a passionate creative director.
Indeed.
Yes, from Kisumu Multi Talents, Kimuta.
All right.
Yeah.
Mimi nimefurahia kukuona, and of course I believe it's going to be an amazing conversation towards empowering lives and empowering talent out there. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, also the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Collaboration Engagements is also initiating these programs to make sure that so many talents that are out there are taken into consideration. And I'm really thankful that organizations such as Kimuta is coming in handy to support the children and the community out there to make sure that we crown this talent. What is your talent, Musa?
Doing so many things.
All right.
So I didn't get to venture into one that now stands out.
Nini lifanyika? What made it not possible for you to get cultivation?
Well, okay, realize that maybe it's not it in high school. A drama member. It was like the drummist was kinda playing. It was like the drummist was kinda playing games with the drama director. So my sister just forced me to go and do the drums, and then I think I just realized again I was a drummist. I can't talk about singing because I've never tried, though I admire singing. I can't talk about dancing because I train dance.
You have left legs.
But I don't dance. That's the funny part of it.
Yeah, it's
yeah, I'm a drama director by the way. I work at Kisumu Girls.
Amazing.
And Kisumu Girls was drama.
A drama, yeah.
Yeah, Kenya National Drama Festival. Yeah, I'm the director of the dance.
Wow.
But I don't dance.
Yeah, and Kisumu Girls is performing really well as far as this talent is concerned.
Yes.
Yeah, pia kwa music wanatesa sana the other side.
Yeah, the music wanaendelea vizuri sana sai. So I don't know exactly my talent, so I just combine all of them.
All right. For the purposes of this morning, combining those talents, I'd like to give you a test on singing. Do you know any song that you can perhaps?
No, I don't sing. Though composers have never seen me dance. So I don't know how it happens, but I do it perfectly.
So when you're a man of actions.
Yeah, you know, that is it.
All right, so we remove the talent, then we have now the action in line. So how did Kimuta came into life?
Well, thank you. That's a good question. Now, Kimuta, as I said earlier, Kimuta is a talent academy based in Kisumu. Our work is to identify, nurture, and develop young artistic potentials. So, Kimuta came to be in 2016, but now by 2016, it was not Kimuta. It started as a different entity. When I did my first dance with the learners from Kudo Primary School, then this dance went to the nationals. So after the nationals, which was held in Meru, these young girls and boys were like, now teacher, we are done with the festival. Where are we taking this thing? Are we stopping there? You know, drama festival is always engaging from the first term. That is from January to when you go to the nationals in a run through for 3 months. Now these learners were like, after this, are we going to stay in school just like that? Are we not going to have something rolling? So we thought it wise to have maybe just a club where these young people can keep on training these talents that they had.
Amazing.
So it started like a small group, 2016, then came all through, but now Kimuta itself, Kimuta, it was called Pambazuko by that time. Yeah, we started by the name Intrinsic. We realized Intrinsic was a little bit hectic to mention. Then we turned
also to those sides.
Yes, yeah, the Luos, you just know the Intrinsic, so it was kind of difficult. So we moved to Pambazuko, And after Pambazuko, maybe the founders, we were two, and the guy, we felt like, no, let's have Pambazuko remaining for maybe youths. Then I wanted personally to work on children's things.
Indeed.
So we came up with Kisumu Multi-Talents. Yes.
Amazing.
So Kisumu Multi-Talents is existing. It's Kimuta. The Kimuta is just an abbreviation. It's Kisumu Multi-Talents. Kimuta.
Indeed.
But now if you search it as Kimuta, that is exactly what you'll get.
All
So
right.
it's registered as Kimuta Talent Academy, not Kisumu Multi-Talents.
Indeed.
Yes.
Amazing. And are you choosing the young people to work with? Is it because of the collaboration and maybe perhaps young people are not stubborn as the youths?
Not really. I have a passion in young people.
Amazing.
I think when I was even young, when I was young, I used to admire young people.
Indeed.
Yeah. In grade, I think class 6, I told my younger brother that I feel like I love these little babies, and I love when they're doing something unique outside. So that is what drove me towards having young people. If you look at my community, the community of the children, of the people I have in the center, most of them are just young people, little babies of 5, 3 years, 5, 6, 7. Then there is a very big gap between now 9 years to 17.
Indeed.
Yeah, so most of them are from 5 to 10, let me say that.
Indeed.
Yes. Then
See hectic work now, Toto.
to me, it's not hectic. In fact, that is what I enjoy most. What I enjoy is having those children just near me,
Indeed.
doing amazing things, things that are unbelievable. Because, you know, children are always being taken as people who, like when it comes to even poetry, we do poetry.
Amazing.
And, you know, in poetry, so many people feel like a child of maybe 6 years should just recite a poem of 1 stanza. But now you realize that mine, a child of about 6, 7 years, is reciting a poem of about 6 stanzas. So that is something unique about them.
Indeed.
So, as I said earlier, I wanted to see children or young people doing things that are extraordinary.
Amazing.
Things that cannot be imagined.
Amazing. And of course, if you if the viewer of course can view your channel at Kimuta and of course on Facebook and YouTube, it's quite exemplary and fiti sana. And I'm really trying to understand now, because we've identified this talent as young as they are and we are developing them in the best way possible, and you mentioning about these young children being in your space, do you think that's the beginning point of elevating these talents to a better glory?
Yeah, sure. To me, having these children, at, all these people at that age,
Indeed.
is the best gift so far we can talk about.
Okay.
When they're nurtured at that tender age, you know, they grow with this thing.
Indeed.
Then if you try to compare, maybe let's talk of me and maybe a child of 5 years. If I were 5
Indeed.
and got an opportunity to nurture, maybe let's just choose one. I said I was a painter, or let me say I was a drummist. If I got an opportunity to nurture this,
Indeed.
I think at this moment I could have been a different person.
Amazing.
When it comes to maybe playing drums.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed. Do you regret? Do you regret that there was no one to hold your hand back then?
I regret, because if I were given that opportunity, I could have done a lot.
Indeed.
My passion was so much into playing musical instruments. Actually, that one made me to purchase. If you visit our hub today, it is the most equipped talent
Amazing.
academy in Kisumu.
Amazing. Amazing.
And this one is being driven by a passion of, okay, I want to try this other instrument. want to try this other instrument. So this one has made us to have all the instruments. They're from brass band, we do the clarinet, we do trombones, we have trumpets and all that. We have keyboards, drums, violins, and all that.
Indeed. Where do these children come from? Is it the society or from the schools within?
The children are coming from the society, just from the community around. However much some of them are interested, but they are from maybe different counties. We at the moment we're just in one county, Kisumu County. Most of them are just from around the locality.
Indeed. How do you pick them?
Getting the children.
Yeah, getting the children. How do you select them?
Our selections are done through talent search in the community.
Amazing.
We do have various talent search in the community where we hold events, small events, where we try to find those children who are talented but maybe have never got an opportunity, or maybe have not known about Kimuta. Again, we do it in schools. I do drama and music in schools.
Amazing.
I do it perfectly. So you realize that when we do it, some children feel like, or some parents, or the teachers feel like we really need this particular child to grow this talent.
Amazing.
So that is how we get children. Some of them we get through social media, because we are on social media. Facebook, we are just like we flooded Facebook. We are there in YouTube. I think every platform.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed. All right. So for how long can you hold these children? Of course, before their community or their parents change their mind, for how long are you incorporating these students at Kimuta?
Well, we don't have a specific time frame for the children to be there. We do encourage parents to have the children staying in Kimuta as long as they want.
Amazing.
But once they're 18, they can now go out, because we feel that is now a point where they can now manage their accounts, their social media accounts. They can now control everything. Like the young boys and girls that were there when we were starting, the founders, are now out. They're Kimuta seniors here, but they're not in the hub.
Amazing.
They operate in different areas.
All right, which now allows an extension of Kimuta to different areas, perhaps. And when you spoke about platforms and digital platforms as well, I would like to ask you a question in the aspect on this social media, that is digital transformation right here in the Republic and of course globally, is coming in handy to support talent and to make sure that we have a drive in this. So how are you incorporating digital transformation to make sure that there is an alignment as far as talent approach is concerned?
Well, thank you. What I must say is, you know very well that in today's world, everything is digital. We ensure that each and every talent is recorded, channeled to appropriate or an appropriate social media platform where it can be seen.
Indeed.
Like we have TikTok accounts where we even have TikToks for the children themselves. We have Facebook accounts for the children, as well as YouTube. So these ones are done under proper management.
Amazing.
Yes, we don't just have Facebook maybe for the sake of it. You know, we had a challenge with this. You realize that maybe a talent is needed somewhere.
All right.
Now you are requested to provide a proof. Provide what shows that this particular talent is available, or we can have this.
Indeed.
So we had to go, that one forced us to go and look for digital platforms.
Indeed.
Which is just YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok.
All right.
This one has made our children go far and beyond.
Amazing.
And remember, I said it earlier, there is online child protection and all that.
Indeed.
So we ensure that before anything goes out, it is well checked, well edited, something that presents,
attract, indeed.
presents the dignity of the child.
Indeed.
And everything. Yes.
All right. And of course, to the other side, there are content creators, of course, that are misleading. You know, you want to trend because this child has talent, you just want to embrace that. Then thereafter, it becomes a crisis. How will we take the approach when we come to child protection? As far as we ensure, yes, the child shape a community that understands that there's a need for child protection in the online space?
Well, we do have several trainings in the community.
Indeed.
We sensitize parents as well as the caregivers to understand what to put online and what you cannot. When train the community,
Indeed.
we train everyone who handles this, and not even a single platform is handled by a child.
Indeed.
There are those who are just in to manage the accounts, look on what to post and what not to post. We have the consent
Indeed.
from the parents and the guardians.
Amazing. Amazing.
Yes.
What are some of the challenges that Kimuta is embracing?
The challenges are many, but the ones that I can highlight, one is consistency.
All right.
Yeah, there is no consistency when it comes to the training, attending the rehearsals, because maybe most parents or most learners have not realized the importance of this thing of talent. So there is no consistency. I can say a few of them, about 5%, do attend regular trainings.
Amazing.
But most of them, no. And the challenge that I can talk about is maybe the community understanding what we are doing. So many people feel like Kimuta is a place where children go to dance. No, it is not a place to go and dance. Yeah, I've heard so many people talking of pale penye watoto wao wana dance. Unasema like unaenda pale penye watoto wao wana dance. Najua hapo hapo. So it is not a place where children dance. It is a place where talents are being nurtured.
Indeed. All kind of talents.
Yes, all kind of talents are being nurtured. Somewhere where children just go and dance, not knowing that there are a lot happening in there.
Indeed.
There is music classes, there is dance class. It is not just a dance. It is a dance class, and it is a dance with a purpose, not just a dance. You will never find our learners doing maybe a training for just leisure or what. They train for purpose. If it is a dance, what's this dance talking about?
Indeed.
Is it having a story? What are we presenting? What are we teaching the community? Like, can we have a piece in dance that tells a story? Can it bring a change in the community? If you are doing poetry, is it a poem that goes in line with issues affecting the community? If it is music and all that. If you follow us keenly, you'll realize that everything they're doing and everything we posted there, it is something with purpose.
Amazing.
However, we have rules. There is rule number one. I do tell children, have fun. You must have fun.
Indeed.
When doing this.
And talent, of course, is fun.
Yes. Before I forget maybe the other challenges, I know everyone do face this financial challenge, financial issue. Kimuta is not sponsored by any person. It is not supported by any other partner.
Indeed.
I can say that I've worked extra hard as an individual to equip the space with a lead, but the bigger percentage of what is there is just maybe just an individual's effort. It is just because of the passion that I have for the children.
All right. Yes. So when you embrace that as well, in the next session, of course, we'll be able to get the clear understanding on what purpose is this, and above all, what is the gain in all this. Yes, there's so much effort that you need the community and the children to also adapt to, but what is the intent, purpose of the fulfillment of this talent, despite the fact that we've worked for so many years to make sure that this comes to life. So what is the upbringing of all this towards elevating them to a greater height? And also, what are some of the achievements? You came to Nairobi. Are there projects that also you're working on, or embracing change, and also seeing other organizations in the capital, how they are working out their talent approach programs as well. Also, we'll also have an initiation on how the government will partner with such organizations to make sure that it comes handy in provision of services, and also the programs, immediate programs that will support these children, also to the greater weight of these organizations. So ladies and gentlemen, it is 45 minutes past 9 a.m. We are embracing crowning the talent, and I believe everyone has their own talent in their own understanding, and of course to the betterment or the fulfillment of a societal angle. This is the Morning Drip. Don't go too far.
Ukulima ni mali na manjoro. Kumbuka, hapa ndipo unajifunza mambo mengi kuhusu ukulima. Kilimo ni uti wa mgongo wa nchi, na ukiwa na njoro unajifunza. Kumbuka, angalia mwenyewe. Tunakuambia, ukitaka kujua tips za ukulima, ungana na sisi kwenye Look Up TV. Every Sunday unatukuta pale saa 10, tunakuonesha kuhusu ukulima. Ukulima wa mimea, ukulima wa ng'ombe, ukulima wa kuku, ukulima wa mbuzi, na yote ambayo yanahusiana na ukulima. Kumbuka nini? Kipindi ni Ukulima ni Mali.
Taarifa zinapochipuka na kutufikia papa hapa kwenye makao makuu ya chumba cha habari cha runinga ya Look Up, kwenye taifa, kwenye serikali, kwenye bunge, tunajitosa hadi kwenye sauti ya wenyeji ili kupata tu maoni ya wenyeji kuhusu masuala haya yanayochipuka.
Maana hii kitu inaenda kuumiza Mkenya kwa tax.
Hakuna kitu tunafurahia. Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Sisi tunaumia, si ati tunaumia ile ya kiukweli. Juu maisha ni ngumu.
Na bila shaka tunapata maoni yao ili sauti yao ipate kusikika. Na watasema hili, waseme lile, watasema hiki na waseme kile, almuradi sauti yao ipate taa.
Mambo ya mafuta tena imekuwa ni changamoto zaidi kwa kila mtu wa bodaboda.
Uchumi ikikuwa stable, tunaamini mambo itakuwa sawa sawa.
Kwanza liko na ria wasa wa boda, mama mboga nini. Hawa sasa ndio wamefinywa zaidi man.
Mtazamaji, hii ni bunge la wenyeji.
If you want to have a proper outlook of the economy, then you have to speak to the wheels and gears of the integral businesses in the country.
And I want to be able to make the youths and everybody coming up in Kenya know that this is here locally.
Men and women in the thick of the bust of markets rising and falling, fighting to make their business decisions stick.
I've always lived in my career that I can never be late. You need to train by yourself. You need to practice by yourself. Then from there you can compose yourself and give kind of services like this.
On season 2 of the Captain's Arena, we seek the inside of the minds, predict the shift in the markets, get inspiration to start and make sense of it all.
Just watch what everybody else is doing and just make sure you're giving back to the society.
Oof. This is the Captain's Arena.
Live on our social media platforms, Look Up Television, got there. Of course, have your comment right here, even as we embrace the crowning the talent. I believe to many people that we're working with, wako tuna talent zao, zingine ni za chini ya maji, zingine ni za kujitokeza, but above all, it's very important in their lifestyle and of course in achieving what they would want to do perhaps in their lives. So we are having Musa from Kimuta, who is also helping us to understand the betterment of enriching talents at a young age, and of course with that particular space, engaging them in the scenarios of this empowerment, and of course even as the programs are underway, how will you be able to shape a community that is talent oriented? He mentioned something about making sure that we have a drive, a move, that the parents in the community and these children will also be able to get to a position of understanding and embracing their talent as well. There are many people also who come to these places and they do not understand their approach or the approach that they will take, but perhaps later on they come to an alignment. Even as we shape this conversation, what is your talent this morning? I believe there are others that know how to chew very well. I believe that is also a talent perhaps. But you mentioned something about the approach. How will you be able to shape that perhaps, you know, having an intentional talent approach, that Kimuta is coming in handy to support these children, but above all the end goal must be met whatsoever. There are these children that come to that organization with a dream, with a purpose, but ukifika, you know, you're the best, but
groom them, feel they can do something. We encourage parents not to fix their minds or to have a mentality in Kimuta to try with a fixed mind. Maybe they don't like kidogo nzito because maybe alikuwa na recite poems akiwa ECD vitu kama hizo. Then once I'm painting better.
Indeed.
So we will now a talent hata kama ni 1% iko talent iko hapa. So if mentored and nurtured and of course they realize different talent or skill in these children other than whatever they thought or they wanted to for the child to do.
Indeed.
Yeah.
All right. Perhaps in the same perception on understanding the alignment between the parents, the society, and these children, there's also the distinction between understanding. Of course, this is inborn. I've been seeing this child embracing this for the longest time, and thereafter it means say sasa amefika grade fulani, we can just snap it and change it. How will we be able to make sure that
we have a talk? We talk to the children. We do guidance and counseling. Let them tell us what exactly they feel they love doing, how they want it done. Then we help advise accordingly. The most important thing is we ensure every child is happy when only what they are comfortable. On social, most parents bring their children after seeing what we have done. So like I can say 100% of them are never shy of camera.
Amazing.
They ever wanted to be on the camera. That is their best. They ever wanted. Like when we shoot some of the clips, like the clips, if you look at YouTube or Facebook, the clips we have, most of them we do with the phone. It is the children who are shooting those videos. Wao tu unapata umechukua simu umeweka hapo, then kidogo wanakwambia can I shoot that poem? Ile poem yangu yenye tulijifunza jana. Naweza shoot.
Yeah. Good.
Then na mtoto mwenzake tu naomba okay, chukua simu ndio. Ameenda wameshoot video. You look at it, it's something amazing.
Na mtoto na ameshoot.
Mtoto ndiye ameshoot.
Amazing.
If you look at almost all those videos, ni watoto wameshoot.
Amazing.
Ni wao wanazifanya.
By the time sasa amechukua kama professionalism, ni mnoma sana.
Yes, like last year in November we did a film festival. After realizing that these children were so much on phones and they wanted to shoot videos.
Amazing.
So we partnered with the IYMS International Youth Media Summit.
Amazing.
Under guidance of Fulgence Rabach, who was the representative from Kisumu. I think from Kisumu, Kenya. Yeah.
Amazing.
So the children were guided. They understood a few things on camera angling and all that. Then we requested them to come with their phones, to ask parents to give them the phones. They created scripts and shot the films. If you check IYMS Kimuta Film Festival, we posted about 4 films. They were shot by children, directed by them, in fact scripted by them. Yeah, scripted, directed, shot by them, and now we invited the community to join us and watch what the children do.
All right. So at the age of scripting, ana script nini exactly? Na ako how old?
Watoto wana script. We had them in groups, different groups, and they were coming up with ideas. Actually mdogo zaidi wa 6 years, mdogo wa 5 years. By that time, Jedali Nazi, you will realize Jedali Nazi, if you look at our social media, she's so much into like everything. Utaona kama kumingi sana kwa vitu. She came up with the amazing idea, and the group said, wow, this is the idea we are shooting. So about the age, wengine ni wadogo at 5 years old, amekuja na script, then they develop it. We help them develop the script, then we guide them on how to shoot it. That is it.
Amazing. Now the output is really nice.
Yeah.
Kwanza nimesikia mtoto fulani hapo akinarrate kwa hiyo YouTube. It's really amazing, and of course later in the days as we collaborate we'll be able to have them here now to present all these presentations zenye umekuwa wakifanya for that time. Then we'll see the reality of the impact that Kimuta is doing as they have been able to administer.
Well, thank you. Mentored amazing people. We have about 3 who are studying media at the moment.
Amazing.
After just realizing that they could do something through the phone. We have one working at is it Bomas of Kenya? After being a dramist in school, he felt like I can play drums.
Amazing.
Then just joined I think Bomas of Kenya were having during the UNESCO that was held in Kisumu. This boy just requested for an opportunity to play drums, and they were like, wow, we need this boy.
Indeed.
He's now in Bomas of Kenya.
Indeed.
He's working there.
Wow.
We have other children who have done amazingly well. If you check the social media platforms that I said, look at Shali Akinyi Ochieng, one of the children who have gone far. I may travel abroad just because of the mentorship that has been done in Kimuta. We have Princess Eileen Akinyi Ochieng, who has been mentioned and has won several awards. several awards. In fact, in Kenya, the leading child with awards is from Kimuta, and is Princess Elena Kini. Then we have many of them. Give Pretty Luseka doing amazingly well. We have Charlotte the poet. In fact, the first child poet who is going to run a 1-hour show. At 12 years old, she's going to run a poetry show as an individual.
Amazing.
Yeah, and we are.
I'm seeing a couple of stories that Charlie has done.
Yeah.
And actually, she's been featured in a couple of television outlets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's doing amazing.
Yes.
And this is them. When you look about, when you take a look about these achievements, how does this make you feel? You know, there are people working in different environments and make you feel, and of course, to the betterment of what you are about to create. Also, there are others that are young and upcoming. Then how will you be able to make sure that they come in?
Well, first I feel good when I see the children whom I've nurtured growing and maybe making headlines. For information, if you look at the newspapers, magazine, the next is next gen on Standard. We have like those children do feature like in every month magazine. Last one being Angel Maren. Angel Maren featured last month on the Next Generation. Teshka Malala. Like niseme kila mwezi tunakonga na mtoto.
Amazing.
Wakitafuta mtoto mmoja lazima utapata
Kimuta iko. Amazing.
Wakipost because they do the papers on Sundays, right? So kwa hizi Sundays 4 kila mwezi lazima upate mmoja.
Wow.
Imekuwa na mtoto wa Kimuta. So that is a big achievement. I have a number of magazines there. Wanaziangalia hivi nasema wow, this is amazing.
Excellent.
If you look at the internet, twende pale even Tuko News, like everywhere, you'll realize that Princess Eileen Akinyi is leading. Like amepostiwa karibu kila mwezi because of the work she's doing.
All right.
If you look at like everywhere, look at TV stations. With these children have been in media tours, like kila TV wameshapitia. So umejua hiyo ukisikiza una feel like wow, I'm doing the same way I just got an invitation here. I was in the shadow of that. So that ama unapata so inanifurahisha sana. Tunasema vijana wanasema inanibamba. Yeah. Zao waking'aa nchini kitu kama hiyo. Yeah.
I'm happy for you. And that is nice.
Yes, and we're looking.
I'm happy for you. And that is nice.
Yes, and we're looking forward to. Yeah. Looking forward to. Yeah.
To be featured, of course, every month. We really understood achievement, the basic, the challenges there. Achievement, the basic, the challenges there. So if for the great, you are right here.
We are working on. We are currently a play to understand their culture. They understand their culture. Studently working on. Case it to the world. The festival is called It to the World. The festival is called Luo Kids Festival.
One Luo. Amazing.
I think that just a lot of things because we are working on our first course just in December. The concert has a concert. He said Teshka Malala.
Indeed.
He said Teshka Malala.
Indeed.
Jidalinas, we just recorded last week another piece which is yet to be out as environmental conservation. We're having Kisumu Kids Climate Change Summit. We're having a digital literacy for the community done by Kids Climate Change Summit. We're having a digital literacy for the community done by children.
Amazing.
We want these children to now by children.
Amazing.
We want these children to now teach matters, matters AI and all that.
Sawa sawa.
AI and all that.
Sawa sawa. If the government or others as well, can come into
Kimuta
can come into
Kimuta is open. It is open to collaborations and partnerships. And partnerships. We're looking at NGOs, CBOs, individuals. If I help teach the community, mental organizations, we want them to come on board and help support this kind of initiative that we did. Give the children now what we lack equipments to push this. Work.
All right. Do you think the ministry concerned is doing a lot to make sure that we have an
work?
All right. Do you think the ministry concerned is doing a lot to make sure that we have an initiative to make sure that
a very good hubs? There's so many children to even do just music academy and let's talk. But for youth, there are many. Do we have even children's maybe a program whatever there? Yes.
Indeed.
Yes.
Indeed. That if you look at them and if you look at the strides that you guys have made, it means that in the acts that the acts them on live television will give us your power most counties, the strong counties, the strong
Say a big thank you to parents who have and maybe just have the children, because children of great impact.
All right. So I think that
let me start with then we.
So I think that
let me start with then we have one programs. Now Shukuru sana. She's very those are schools that I.
All right. All right.
I don't sleep without asking this whom I started with in 2016.
Thank you to nurture